Do you have success consciousness, or do you have failure consciousness? This is an issue that people have to consider. You have to remind yourself what your consciousness is thinking about, right? So first of all, what's consciousness? Consciousness, think about a person being a conscientious person, or we all have consciousness, right? Consciousness means you're thinking about things. Yeah, even the word man or men means to think. So the question is what do you think about? If you have consciousness, are you thinking for yourself? Or are you thinking with other people, what they're thinking, their consciousness? So some of us aren't conscious. We're asleep consciously speaking because we're not paying attention to what's going on. We're just in the hustle and bustle. But here's the thing is, do you have successful consciousness, or do you have failure consciousness? Because we want to have success consciousness. So today's intention is, I have success consciousness. I have success consciousness. And why is it that sometimes we, have success consciousness, and then a few months later, a few years later, we realize that we've slipped into this failure consciousness? It really depends on either what you're thinking of or the people you're hanging out with. So if you're hanging out with successful people, just talking with them, it causes your mind to think constantly about success. And if you hang out with people that are upset with life and they're constantly saying that life is happening to them and that you can't do this, you can't do that, or you have to be lucky, or only the super lucky can do that. That's not success consciousness, because we all have the same amount of time in the day, 24 hours. We all have the same circumstances. Oh, sure, yeah, maybe this person has a little more money, but that doesn't matter. I mean, we all are born without anything. And so no matter what your circumstances are, you can change them. But you can never change your circumstances if you continue to think about failures or unsuccessful consciousness. We have to think that we can do it. I see hope. I see that things can change. If it changed for them, it can change for me. And so constantly shift your mind, because if you're conscious, you get to choose what you want to think about. So start choosing things like videos like these. You're probably already doing this, but watch videos. If you don't have friends that are talking about happy thoughts all the time, and all they're talking about is how terrible the world is and how terrible things are, well, how can you ever develop successful consciousness, right? So I have success consciousness. That should be our attention for this week. And may great things continue to happen for you, and I'll see you in my next video.